Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for their disease. Breathe just like a wing, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Rip gods into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make great.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Astrology for Mystics with Jen. I'm Jen. Hello. Thank you so much for being here today. We are definitely going to be looking at Nancy's map once again, talking about the astrology. Everything that is showing up is still a heavy weight on Annie. Major connections going down with Tomas and the FBI. It's wild. And I'm going to show you some of the hot spots. I've began creating more and more hot spots. The more that I look, the more that I feel, the more that I'm trying to connect with all this stuff that's going on intuitively, if you will, because intuition is the forgotten sense, right? We've got the five senses, but what about the intuition? We all have it. We all feel that something's just not right. And, we have to trust that intuition, right? So good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Wolf Wisdom, Jill, Witchy Mama, Deanna, Jeff, Laura. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It means so much to me to see you guys coming in and the new people that are interested in astrology. Good morning, Lynette. Hope you're having a good day, everybody. It's going to be a beautiful day here in our neighborhood. We were in the single digits last week, and now we are, it's going to be like we could lay out today. It's going to be nice, nice. And my son is supposed to be coming up, coming out, making the drive, riding around, listening to some music, doing our thing. So I'm excited. Good morning, Peace Love Jeeps. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Really watching on the big screen. Cool. Well, guys, it's like there is so much going on with the Epstein files, with Bill Gates, with Alan Dershowitz. Everything that I was seeing with them, with Ghislaine Maxwell, it's showing itself. Now I'm seeing it showing itself. Everything that I've been talking about, it's showing itself. Bill Gates, there's a lot of, there's a lot of talk about the jabs, autism. That's big in the news right now that people really aren't paying much attention to, but it's in the news. Ghislaine Maxwell, she was just videotaped allegedly from the prison cell, and that's been released. So Epstein files, more and more of the 3 million documents are showing itself in the public eye now with the news stations. And all of the stuff that is going on with the markets and with the warmongers, the money changers, you know? So all of that is showing up in the astrology, but what does it have to do with Nancy? I know that Nancy is definitely connected to the markets. There is some type of debt. There is something that is going on that it's a lot of political weirdness surrounding her case. And the connection that she has with Israel, with Russia, with Missouri, there are certain connections that she has in her chart. And I know from experience by reading other people, the connections are real. It's not just something that I've made up, you know. I don't know if she went with her daughter Savannah to Israel when Savannah went to Israel and was feeling all over the wall in Israel. I don't know. I would say that she has been to a lot of places in her life, and Israel is probably one of them. Tomas and her are going to be having some limits and obstacles today. And so, as you can see, I've marked a place close to her house because Tomas is there. That purple bluish line that you see, I've added him in. And I want to take you through the map and show you the astrology. But first, I think we need to go over some of what is being said as of this morning. As of this morning, it is being said that no ransom has been paid. Is that true? Are they going to give us some type of news conference today? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I do know that Thursday is a big day for the FBI. Big day. Thursday and Saturday are big days. So is there going to be things coming in from the labs? Is there going to be more communication with this ransom person? Because this is really starting to feel very much not a kidnapping, like a cover up. a cover up of, something taking place. It's a distraction. Kidnappers want to be known, right? So why would they send ransom note to TMZ? Plus, kidnappers would want their money quickly, not drag it on for a week. True. True. And again, this is reminding me of the Vatican Girl. This is reminding me of that case. A lot of conspiracy is surrounding Nancy's case, and I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to show you a little something about the theories with the Vatican Girl, but I already know what happened to the Vatican Girl. I've mapped her. She's, this was a 40 years ago. She was kidnapped from the Vatican. There was same thing, ransom. They were calling the family for a ransom, like literally called the family. And the father of Emanuela was working for the Pope, at the bank. So it's, it's a little shady there. It's a little shady there with with some of the theories that could be surrounding this case. All right. So let's see what's going on. Let me take me off so you don't have to worry with me. And let's look at JLR. See what's going on with him. I can him and Dolly's hanging out. Dolly Vision is hanging out down here with
Look at it.
we can see him. Hold on, let's get it. So a lot of media still, lots of media. Nothing is really going on at the scene.
Former FBI agent, right there. I think his name is James Gagnofolia or something, right there, in the suit. Got a former FBI agent here. What's his name? James G.
Yeah, this is Nancy's house. Lots of media.
Gagnophia. I butcher names sometimes,
Oh yeah, they've definitely done forensics. Let's move it right along because it doesn't look like that there's anything going on there. And I'll check back. I'll definitely check back. I want to listen to this segment real quick. I haven't listened to it. It was just sent to me, so I definitely want to check it out. Here we go. Let's see what Sean Hannity is saying. I think he's going to bring in Nancy again. Nancy Grace on Fox News. On Fox News, here is the link to the Fox News if y'all wanted to watch it at your own leisure.
And whoever's responsible for Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, how do we find them? Back with us now, host of Crime Stories on Fox Nation. Our friend Nancy Grace is back with us.
She always looks pissed.
Start with the payment. And I think Jonathan Hunt made a good point. You can set up a crypto wallet in a different venue, and maybe that's something that law enforcement supported. And maybe we don't know that part of the story, nor should we at this point. Thoughts?
Number one, this was not a medical event. If there had been a medical event, and I assume that means a heart attack or a stroke of some sort, her body would still be there.
Right.
Nancy Guthrie could not walk over 50 yards. Her cane was found in her home. So what happened to the body? It was not a medical event. We can rule that out. This now is the critical hour. We keep hearing the press say this is the critical hour. No, because if Savannah has sent the money, the deadline has come and gone. If she sent the $6 million, Sean, what incentive is there left for the kidnapper to hand over Nancy Guthrie alive? He's got the money. And another thing, it ain't over till it's over. Bitcoin can and has been traced by the feds, by the IRS, by DOJ. Let me just throw out James Zong, who was trading on the black web, the dark web. They recovered $3 billion plus dollars. He had stolen Bitcoin from the Silk Road on
Oh,
the
wow.
dark web, and it was traced. Now, my concern about Bitcoin is if Savannah has sent the money, what I think will happen is that money will be sent, it will be transferred to potentially a low or non-regulated country that doesn't regulate Bitcoin the way we do. We can analyze it with a blockchain analysis like chain analysis, but other countries don't do that. So if that money is moved, that Bitcoin is moved to another jurisdiction, what I'm saying is they don't keep records. They don't have the same regulations that we do. And it will be hard for the feds to subpoena those records anywhere else. That's my fear. Now, there's no incentive to bring her home alive. That's
Let me go
my
back.
concern at this hour.
We texted a lot over the previous message that was released. We received your message. We understand. Right. We beg you now to return our mother to us so we can celebrate. And at that point, I got nervous. But then it says right after, with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay. Let me play it.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
A lot of people interpreted that a lot of different ways.
Yeah, we did. We interpreted it. I mean, we did
her.
interpret it different ways, you know? We definitely did, because having her return so we can celebrate with her. Celebrate her returning, celebrate, what are we celebrating? You know, what are we celebrating here? And this is where I want to, the Vatican Girl, this is Rome Reports in English. They're going to speak in Spanish. But this is Emanuela Orlandi, and this is her brother. This is her brother. Peter. Her brother Peter has been her number one advocate, because he was supposed to pick her up from band practice and he didn't. And he has felt so guilty that he didn't pick her up. She was taken by someone that said that they were going to give her a job selling Avon. And this was 40 years ago in Rome, the Vatican. And there is some theories here, but here is one of them. This says Vatican Girl disappearance case. Vatican prosecutor announces that more documentation has been found. This was a year ago, guys. This was a year ago. And I'm going to link this to y'all as well if you wanted to go back and watch anything about Emanuela. It's, like I said, it's a 40-year-old case. It's been a hard road for her brother Peter. But I want you to listen to some of these theories that they are going to come out. And I want to tell you that this is one that is showing up with Nancy. And that's the reason why I'm flip-flopping a little bit when looking at the map, when looking at the transits and things like that. Okay. So here we go. Here we go.
Now, the focus is on a dossier that Emanuela's brother has been talking about for years. Pietro Orlandi said that Paolo Gabriele, the former butler of Benedict XVI and someone involved in the Vatileaks case, told him that he saw in the Vatican a dossier entitled Emanuela Orlandi Report. We found the dossier. Pietro Orlandi spoke a lot about it, and it was also discussed in the commission. This dossier exists, and we have found it. As to what its content is, we must keep it confidential. Diddy confirmed the existence of the report at the presentation of the Italian book, The Throne and the Altar. Apparently, it contains all the information that the Holy See has been collecting since 1983. The Orlandi family lawyer pointed out that the family has been requesting to see the report since 2017, 6 years before the Vatican opened the investigation. The question she now asks is who has kept the dossier during these years, and why has it taken so long to acknowledge its existence?
Saluto.
See, Peter has been pressuring them ever since Emanuela, his sister, went missing. Pressuring them. Pope Francis, before Pope Francis passed away, Pope Francis said that she is in heaven with Jesus. And how does Pope Francis know that? So I want you to listen just a few more minutes. I mean, just a couple of, maybe not even a minute. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Where did it go? Hold on.
In these
Hold on,
4
I missed it.
decades, several hypotheses have come to light about how the 15-year-old Italian girl disappeared without a trace in the
Here we go.
There are at least 5 clues that cannot all be true. They can all be false, but they cannot all be true, because otherwise they cancel each other out. The theories range from human trafficking and the mafia
Trafficking mafia. That's one theory. After 40 years,
to family problems in the Orlandi family.
family problems. The family problems is a no-go. That's a zero. That's a no-go.
To financial blackmail linked to the Vatican Bank.
Financial blackmail. There it is. Financial blackmail with the Vatican Bank in Poland. Because she went missing around the time that Pope John Paul, there was a attempted assassination on Pope John Paul at the time. There was a lot of tension going on. There was a lot of money being shuffled around and owed. It was a political stance having to do with money. So political stance having to do with the Vatican Bank.
Vatican Bank. Now, to the Vatican Bank.
The Vatican Bank.
Orlandi family. To financial blackmail linked to the Vatican Bank.
Financial blackmail linked to the Vatican Bank. That's what Peter knows. That's what Peter knows. After years and years and years, 40
Now, the
years
focus
of investigative processes with him and high profile people, he has uncovered what has happened to his sister. It's just proving it, having people be accountable, because this is still a conspiracy. And I'm hopeful that Nancy, that this isn't going to be the same thing, that this isn't going to be some type of cover up conspiracy related to political banking. It doesn't appear that way, though. It doesn't appear that there is anything, other than the transits that are showing me that that could be a possibility. But look, Annie having this huge weight over her until late tonight, having to do with home. So it begs the question, are they behind on bills? Do they have a foreclosure going on? Are they at risk of losing their home, their assets, I don't know. But I want to show you the reason why I have a circle here is because there's a lot of Scorpio energy here. And if there is any type of old, like way before this house was built, if there was any type of old well, anything having to do with that, if there's any access, because I can't see the home, I can't see it to know, but I have followed this all the way down from the home and I've tracked it. Could it be that there is a neighbor that is having financial problems? Well, the thing about the kidnapping scenario for me is this. they would have already wanted that money. As soon as Nancy is gone, the money, the ransom would have been asked for within 24 hours, and it wasn't. And I think that the reason why that the ransom came about is because of the media. The media started saying, well, there's no ransom. If there's a kidnapping, there's no ransom. I wonder if there's going to be a ransom. And then bam, TMZ and two other news stations received ransom. So one of them we hear that was allegedly fake, the guy coming out of California, right? So let's look. Let's look a little bit more here. And let's look at let's see if I can find some of these hot spots. Yesterday, I drew in this faded line with Nancy and Annie. And I want to pull up some addresses and see and start to look at this a little bit more. These two right here are pretty significant. They're pretty significant. So I'm going to be looking for a hot spot further down, like this flowing wells, the wells, an old well. I don't know. It's making me think. This is a car-free Tucson. This is a lot of trails here where you could, I mean, anywhere you could hide a body, if she's not alive, that is. I want to take you down here though, because I'm looking at this. This is a 15 Virgo. I'm going to see if the FBI has a 15 Virgo, because if so, then this could be where we may, sadly, where we could find her. Just because the lines are going over the landfill doesn't necessarily mean that this is where she could be. The FBI should be here. That's a 15 Virgo. That's a 29. So the FBI is going to be here. I need to put that in. Let me go ahead and put that in and see where it falls, because the FBI is definitely going to be here. It's a 19 Virgo. It's a 19 Virgo. So let me put that in here and welcome in everybody. So 150, 169. So they're going to be pretty close. And the angle that I want, let's see, what is the angle that I want here? Let's do the one. No, I've already got the one Libra. So let me do an angle here with the wisdom, because this is going to be Poseidon. Poseidon is bringing wisdom about the health with groups, with money, It's in a good standing with their Uranus. I already have that. Is squaring Hygeia. Okay, I've already got that one too, but that's where I want to be, squaring Hygeia. Because Hygeia is in their 8th house in Gemini. So I want to see this angle with the world health. So that would be a 6077 compass bearing. We're going to go into, there we go. Because the FBI is definitely showing up here. FBI, Poseidon. This is the wisdom in Virgo. And it is squaring Hygeia in Gemini, which is about the communications with two people. It's about communications with two people, possibly about the ransom and the Bitcoin. Okay. All right. Let's get it on the exact bullseye of Nancy's home so we can really see this angle coming in hard. Hey, TWC, Army Vet. Good to see y'all. Anita, Leslie. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, chiming in, coming out of them bushes. Thank you so much, guys, for being here and trying to learn a little something new. It's a different type of channel, I know. But hey, takes us all, don't it? Takes us all to make the world go round. Okay, I want to just look at this one close to the house because there is a lot of wisdom here. Lots of wisdom. And this is going to come into transit and be activated. This line right here is going to be activated on Thursday. Thursday. Well, how's it going to be activated, Jen? I don't know. I wish I was God. I wish I was a know-it-all, but I don't know. So this is coming over the backyard. Let's turn on the addresses again. We may have an address. We may not. She may be found somewhere else. And there's the landfill. Let's go close in with that. See how close they are at the landfill. Eco industrial. Because this is going to be all about health. Okay, so it's right next to it. It's right next to it. Let's see if Arizona, let me see if Arizona has a 15 Virgo. Because this is coming in pretty close. Pretty close. And that's what I want to see. I want to see the state, which is Arizona. I want to see them pulling a line. I want to see the FBI, any agencies that are on it. That's what I want to see. I want to see any of them. And the expression that it's saying, could she be somewhere and something actually happened that night and there's really not a kidnapping, you know? There is a 13 Virgo. Okay, so there is a 13 Virgo in the 5th house of Arizona's chart. So there is a 13 Virgo, and that 13 Virgo is going to connect to Tomas. So the 13 Virgo is going to come right around here. And this is going to connect to Tomas and the magnetism that he has. So let me go ahead and put that in for him and make sure that that is going to be connecting to Arizona with my notes. So this is the color that I've got for Tomas. This is going to be a 150, a 163 compass bearing. Right there. Let me see the angle that it is showing up for him with that magnetism that he has with Zeus. Zeus, I've seen Zeus bring some, I've seen Zeus come to someone's natal and they get brutally unalived. So it's squaring his Neptune. I like that. It's squaring Hygeia, it's the health, squaring the timing of Chronos, squaring Mercury. So yeah, I mean, we got some squares to that magnetism that's going that way, that direction. So let me put that Neptune there. Let me put his Neptune because it's a 9 Sag. We're going to go to a 249. 249 Sag. I want to take that out. I actually want to take that out. Because it's in Sagittarius. I want to look for quick movement. I want to look for a church on that angle. I want to look for anything that would be Sag related, river, anything that's going to be flowing water pretty quickly. Let me take that down. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so that's going to be this. All right, let me make that the same color so we're consistent here. And this is Tomas. Because he is going to be in transit for for the rest of February. So I want to make sure that I've got him in the map. Just in case. Tomas, Zeus, and Virgo. This is like your aura. And it's squaring a lot. His magnetism, his health. His squares, Neptune and Sag. well, paste. Here we go. Now, let's take that one and look at the addresses that we have so far. Because this one is connecting to Arizona. Okay, so we do have the car-free Tucson. So we're definitely going to be looking there. Definitely going to be looking there. Let me turn on this. Yeah. Definitely want to be looking here. Let me see if I got a hot spot there. I don't. Let me go ahead and put a hot spot here. Because that could be the flowing. The flowing. We could even come up here. And you would say, well, she would be coming up. No, not if she's weighted down. Not if she is weighted down. Ooh. So we're going to put another hot spot here. Let me see what's here. Let's see if we can find another river here. Anything that's flowing. So that's the desert. That's a museum. We could be a higher learning with the museum, somewhere around the museum. Something having to do with the museum. I don't think so. Then we've got that. That's not really what I'm looking for. And then we come back down, and I want you to see how this is definitely coming over the landfill. So this angle is coming over the landfill. Huh. Make sure I don't have anything else. Let's see what's here. Because the FBI. Oh, there's the FBI. We're all here. So we got Tomas, we got Annie, we got the FBI, and we got the missing entrance to the Air Force Base. That's, it's not, they're not very close together, but it doesn't matter. They're definitely going to be closer up here. And this is where Nancy is going to be having a major opposition today, right here. Major opposition. Banner University Medical Center. That's the white van at the mobile home, agriculture, where the vigil was held. Let me go back and see. Let's see if there's a church. Any type of another Virgo energy here. I think I'm going to ride this one. This Scorpio one, this is the North Node in Scorpio, and it's critical. He is going to have limits and obstacles here with the FBI. And like I said, it could be right there by her house. But Tom, he's not. Let's see. Looks like a house. Yeah. Let me look on this side. It's like a damn compound back there or something. Okay. It could be somebody that he owes money to. There's a containment with Scorpio. There's a containment. There's a debt. There's a containment. Ooh. Ooh. We got another one. We got another one right there. And I'm looking right at the camera right here. So I wonder if they've pulled footage from this one. Carbon Health. What else do we have here? Jersey Mike's, Bagels, Carbon Health, Urgent Care. We got an Urgent Care right there. Actually, what is that? Shoot, going the wrong way. Not that way, Jen. Oh my gosh, now I'm out. Now I'm out. Hold on. Right there. What is that? Earth's Healing. Earth's Healing. Interesting. Then we've got, what do I have here? I don't know why. Oh, okay. It's the river. It's the river. The FBI is coming right over that bridge. Doesn't look like a river to me. Hold on. Looks like a dry desert river. Doesn't look like a river. I guess maybe sometimes it is if they get a lot of rain. Is there any locals in here? I mean, because this don't look like no. Okay, it kind of does over here. Kind of does. Maybe. I can see some water on that side. On this side right here. Let's see. Dry. See, I can see a little bit of water right through here, but it's not deep. It's not like, or it doesn't look deep. It doesn't look deep to me. But right up under that bridge, I don't know. I'm having a hard time with that. Having a hard time with that hot spot, as well. I don't know. I'm just not really feeling the river, but he's coming right over it with whatever he is trying to hide. So it could be by the river. This is a trail. It's not like you can get a car here. So have to, be on a bike or something. Let's see. Freeway. Let's look right here. Tucson water. So this is the water system. Let's come back down with the FBI. So River Park Drive. Let's look at this one right here. Ran a van by the river. So again, we're looking at the car-free area. No cars. And let's see. Santa Cruz River Park. Narrow paths. I'm not feeling this. Let's go right here. Got homes. Nope. 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 Could be a church. Let's see. I'm riding this FBI line right here because this is what's going to be activated with Tomas today. Today. It'll be activated today with the FBI, with them. So obviously, I mean, nobody is looking out here for Nancy. Mountain terrain, there's so much right there. My gosh. Let's go back the other angle. Let's go back in. Hold on. Turn on the other. Because they're going to get some wisdom Thursday. And it's like, I would have to look at every house just to see if it's what it looks like. If it's been sold, if it's new construction. And like somebody said yesterday, I mean, why not take her phone and see if it's going to ping, her Apple Watch, and see if it's going to ping. I don't know if the heart isn't beating anymore, will it still connect? That's a good question there. Hey, Shauna. Hey, girl. Will it still connect? I don't know. I don't know. What is this? Because I just put this angle in. It looks like a house. I just put this angle in, so I'm not sure what all is here. Well, golly. Look at that driveway, man. It's eat up. It's eat up. Let me look at it from the front. Well, I'm not going to be able to see it. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it. But it looks like it's all of that's been eaten up by the sun, huh? Center for Neuroscience. Okay. Neuroscience. That's that building that I'm looking at. The little man is looking at that building. That's the Center for Neuroscience. Entrance. Because I've put hospitals on here just in case she is alive. And they, she is transported, whatever hospital that she would be transported to. I'm just checking out this building. The Center for Neuroscience. For neurosciences. We got containers over here. Let's see what this place is right here. Is that like an extension? What is that? Vein and aesthetics. Vein and aesthetics. Huh. Okay. Vein and aesthetics, that could be I don't know. I'm not feeling that one. Again, we've got the river. Diamond Street Loop. And this is a Virgo. So Virgo, Virgo it's a broad spectrum of health. Because it's been 9 days now. If she is just out somewhere like in the if she's out somewhere like this, the vultures would be all over. All the wildlife would have, torn her apart. So it's possible. You got so many houses, there's so many houses. Let's get out of the housing. North Country Club. I think if she is gone, then she's weighted down somewhere, or she's in a landfill, or possibly on her own property. This would suggest, let me look at this one more time. If we have a ransom, where's that ransom going to come from? That it's going to be hard to, if they were to have paid, that's going over Papua New Guinea. Hmm. Hey, Orb Attraction, good to see you, honey. I was wondering about you this morning. I was like, I wonder how she's doing. I wonder how she's doing. I got a new deck yesterday. Shauna sent me a new deck. It's Mystics Imaginarium Oracle deck. It's so cool. I wonder if you have that one. Mystics Imaginarium. This is really just, it would appear, because we have Neptune at a 0-0, it would appear that that missing Neptune, let's look at the missing Neptune one more time. Because it would appear that she would be close according to the missing Neptune, but I mean, why would the neighbor, they haven't said that there was any type of robbery. They said that it would appear that she was pulled out of her bed. I'm wondering if there was some type of suffocation. But this is the Neptune. I've looked at those houses. I haven't looked at any of the neighbors. What is that? Let's see what that little thing is. Looks like, yeah, is that just a, so it's just a lone garage. Garage or shed. Lone garage or shed right there. Let me look at this house. It's hard to tell with these types of homes if it's grown up, if there's anybody that lives here. It's hard to tell. You would think that if they did live there, that they would clean that up. Like here in my neck of the woods, I mean, you can tell if a property is vacant. So this is interesting. Huh. That one's interesting to me. Oh, I'm back here. I'm back here. Let's look at these. It's just so hard to tell. And then you can't see the drive. You can barely see the house or the drive. Any of them that are for sale, it's just hard. Looking for direction. So the direction, let's see, what is that? That's a big ass parking lot. That's a big old parking lot right there. Go back. See if any of these look vacant, because it would seem like that Neptune would have her close, just hidden, you know? Hidden. But if somebody unalived her, may never find her, especially if she is in a landfill. And it's been 9 days, you know? Okay, so this is an FBI line. I'm looking at, let's see, I'm going to be looking at the house that is going over the FBI line anyway. Oh, that one's for sale. Looks like. So this one is for sale. Huh. So this one is for sale. And it makes you wonder where the well is. This Saturn that's conjunct, that's really close to the Neptune. This Saturn is so close to the Neptune. Uh, the FBI Saturn in the sixth house of health is in a good standing with their Leo sun. That means that they would show up and shine here eventually with hard work, with a lot of hard work. They would show up and shine, but it's going to take some time. This is a church, Catalina Foothills Church. That's what this is. Interesting. Catalina Foothills Church. Let me go ahead and put that down there. Huh. Let's see what we can see back here. So this is, those are plaques with people that have died. Plaques that people have died there. Ain't that a trip? See, look, this is where the FBI is going. That line is going right there. And if I turn it around and look at the FBI line, there it is. See the little man? He's looking at that line. There it is. Huh. Let me turn him back around. That's a light. Weird. Weird. FBI Saturn. So that's a 10 Aries. That's a 10 Aries. And that is about to be that degree, that 10. This 10 is about to be in transit. Or let me see if it's in transit now. Hold on. Let's look at the astrology. Hold on. I'm going to have to stop this. Yeah, I will in just a second, Shauna. I was looking at that. I'm on to something here, I think, because that's about to be activated. That area right there, that line actually is about to be activated. So just 1 second. And I will show the astrology now. Show my entire screen. You know, the dealio. Let's see. Let me pull up my pen. Yeah, we're rising with the values of Venus, with the money, and of course everything that is hidden, possible containment. Epstein is showing up. Here is the okay. So we've got the 0021 Secret Service with money, Secret Service, and there is the 10. So the FBI. Look at this. So the South Node in the 5th house, the North Node in Pisces in the 11th house of groups. This is the FBI is having limits and obstacles, and it's faded. Are they still having limits and obstacles? Are they working diligently to uncover what it is, who it is, where Nancy could be? It's possible. Here is Annie. Annie has a weight that is going to be transforming her in the public eye. A lot of people are talking about her today. A lot of people are talking about her today, even more than what they have been. We can see that the moon is reflecting in Sag, and the moon and the dark moon are now coming together. They're in conversation. What does this mean? This means that we are reflecting on a lot of disordered aggression, and it has to do with everything having to do with courts, documents, universities, religion. Okay, because Sag could be also about rivers, churches. And we were just looking at a church. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, because we're looking at a church, it makes sense. It makes sense. We are looking at a church on this 10 degree in which the FBI has in the 6th house of health, their everyday, their job, their work. And it is going right over that church. And when we look at the church, we're seeing where dead people are being honored. You know? I mean, it's kind of weird. I do have the missing event chart, and I'm about to show it, Shauna. I'm about to show it, girl. I'm getting there. 1 second. Just 1 second. 29. So Saturn is coming and it's already opposing Nancy. So as soon as Saturn came into that 29 degree in Pisces, it began to oppose Nancy's Neptune and Virgo, meaning where she is, where she can be found. And I don't know that she is going to be found alive. It is some spooky shit, girl. It is. We definitely know that the FBI and Tomas is going to be in transit for the remainder of the month. remainder of the month. I do see other states. I see other countries. But is there anything having to do with Nancy? Because we are reflecting on the past darkness with religion, with churches, with courts, universities, things that we learn, and it could be the river, but it could also be a church. That's the reason why I said I wanted to try to find a church. And so I want to show you this connection with the FBI. I think it matters so much. And I'm going to show the missing event too. So I don't know what you want to see with it, Shauna, but I'll pull it up. If you want to see it here. So I've got the 31st on, that's 9:30. Hold on. So let's go back. I've got it at 10. That's where I'm putting everything, is at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. So there it is, Shauna, if you want to see that. Okay, go ahead. So you can see that the dark moon was trailing in those 440s. The 446 is 440. The 440s are going to the moon of Savannah. Pretty confident about that. And it's also going to the moon. I mean, the dark moon here had just passed over the witness protection program with Epstein. Okay. So I was keeping that in mind. Now, Annie and Tomas, during the missing event, like I said yesterday, there was an expansion with a lot of weight when it comes to home, any type of legal documents that they are receiving about their home, if they owe on their home, if they are in a financial distress, that could be it. It could definitely be it. I definitely see other states, other countries that are coming in with this, but again, I just don't know. Definitely things that are coming about that are going to be very intense with California. There's a major fate with a vehicle, with a lot of warring when it comes to Savannah's mother when she went missing. That's very obvious to see when I compare her natal chart. But there's definitely a shakeup, an investigation when it comes to the witness protection program. A lot of things are happening in the chart, right? So I want to go ahead and duel out the transits right now with the FBI. With the FBI, because they are in transit right now. They're holding the fate. The FBI is holding the fate, and they're having problems with this fate that's in transit right now, like as I speak. Exactly. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Jay Wood Mimi makes absolutely no sense. So I'm thinking that there is some type of debt, but okay, so we have the FBI. We've been here before. Okay, so we've been here before. There's something that is beginning. We've been here before. Let me make sure that there's nothing. Is it Cash Patel? Let me see. Is it Cash Patel? Are we about to get some type of update? Hold on just a second. Let me see if JLR's got anything going on here. Are we about to get an update? They're having problems. They're not going to be able to say much. Is Cash Patel coming in? Because that could be. It could be that the FBI, the Saturn is coming in because of that. Because of him. Look at that. We're rising at the 2940. We're rising with Tomas, with the fate with him. Right here is Tomas. And see this moon, we have already went over the 440s with Savannah. So we've already went over. We are reflecting at 10 o'clock p.m. with Tomas and Nancy. That's what we are reflecting on. And the FBI is having issues. So the moon is here. It's with values. It's about hidden sex, hidden money, debt, trash, murky water, the sewer, the septic, a well, a dry well, a containment, investigation, right? So the dark moon I know is coming to a relationship in New Mexico. That is on it. It's on its way. It's not there yet. It's going to have to come over. The dark moon is going to come over the United States, Elon, China, all of that is still, we still have a ways to go. So for today, it's this right here. It's this 10 degree that the FBI is having issues with. That's what's been going on. And now it's being released. Let's see. There's so much to see here because all of let me look at New Mexico. I can't do that. No, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that, Jen. See, they've got the 412. This 412 is going to be in transit the whole month of February. And who else has it? Tomas does. So there's got to be something else. It's got to be something else here. And I tell you something, our Department of Defense, Pete Hegseth, is receiving so much information today. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Yesterday and today. But what we're going to see is we're going to see a major transformation, a shift, I think, with the media, and it's going to go toward Mike Feldman. Because as this energy is coming over Tomas and the limits and obstacles that these agencies have been having, I think that we're going to see a lot of deep, intense transformation when it comes to Mike Feldman as well. He's a lot of people are going to be talking about him. The sun has just shined. The sun has just shined over the FBI's Chiron. We got a justice here. A business. The dark moon and the moon conjuncting. Just in conversation, the moon is about to come and conjunct. Let's see what degree that is exactly. When they come together, is it going to be a 550? What is it going to be? What's it going to be? The moon is going to be at a 549 right there. That's going to be at 1 o'clock today. That's going to be intense as shit. Intense, guys. Let me look at some of these. That's a 2939. It's coming to the 2940. I mean, yeah. 1425. Wow. D said the same thing. Feldman. D. Okay, gotcha. This at 1 o'clock today, we're gonna see. This is the U.S. Marshals with Venus. Venus and U.S. Marshals. 24. I'm just looking. I gotta see these numbers. Gotta see the numbers. Department of Defense. We got so much defense stuff going on. Like, what is happening? 1519. Relationship. Pretty sure I see the U.S. Marshals in this. We've got information that's coming in about Utah. Yeah, we've definitely been here before. And I'm thinking that this 946 could be that Neptune that we just drew out for Tomas. The Neptune in Sag. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this moon and the dark moon and see, because this is all about the health and the containment. There's going to be something come up today with this at this time period. And this is Nashville, Tennessee. So Nashville, Tennessee time. I need to get this on Tucson, Arizona time, I guess. It's squaring Venus. So it's squaring the U.S. Marshals, in the ninth house, what they have figured out. It's in a good standing with Saturn and Neptune. It's in a good, so with Saturn and Neptune, both in that 10th house, squaring the north node, squaring the south node, with that 10-degree, which could be it could be Tomas's Hygeia. Could be his Hygeia. Squares the midheaven. Yep. So if we're squaring the midheaven, squaring trans Pluto right here, this is and I'm thinking that this could be Nancy's Pluto, her Pluto degree. So this could be a big transformative day. Big transformative day at this time. Let's see. That let's look at Tomas. Let's look at him. I hate to be looking at him. I mean, I just feel so bad. I feel so bad. I mean, why would they do this? Why? Why would he do this? Yeah, it could be the image of the suspect will be released today. It could be that with Venus in Pisces, but we're not going to be, I don't see, this makes me think that all of this Pisces energy right here is making me think that we're just not seeing things clearly. So if there is an image released, it could be very dark. So this is a 946. We're going to be coming to that 958, but nope. I've got to pull up Mike. See, this could be a 10. I don't know what time he's born. 649, 549. We got a 549, 549, 550. We have a 559. I'm going to look at Nancy's too. And some of these other states. Because I'll be seeing some things, but I don't know. I don't know if it's Nancy related. You know what I mean? I have no idea if it's Nancy related or not. I've got a 545 here, but you know, I'm not trusting that he was born right at noon. This weight that's upon her, though, whoo, is going to be opposing a relationship. It's going to be opposing a relationship with her. And it's in the public eye. See if I see anything else. See, this is the 412 that he has, that it's about betrayal. There's a betrayal here with money, with his values, that is connecting all month to the FBI. So if it's connecting all month to the FBI, we need to take note, you know, definitely need to take note. 27, 28, 20. We got that 25. Let's go. That 717, I've seen it. 549. Let me go back. Let's pull up Nancy. Let's pull up Savannah. Let's just pull them up. Let's pull them up. See if this is connecting to any of them. 757. Her magnetism is at 12, so she's going to be going right there down by that landfill, going that way if she's not close, closer to the home. Savannah connects to the intensity when it comes to the FBI. I read charts all the time, and a lot of people that have never talked to the FBI do connect to the FBI. But I'm wondering if this Mars is actually a 0025 today. Her Mars in Aries is a 00, and that's going to a lot of the war places that I was showing yesterday on the map, which is Secure a Plane, Honeywell. Let's see. 15 degrees. Yeah, that south node. That south node. See, her north node, Savannah's north node was with Mars at 10 o'clock p.m. when Nancy arrives home. This north node was being activated by Mars in Aquarius. It was being activated. Mars was sitting there, sitting there. See, I've got her being born later, and I'm thinking that she's born in the morning now. I'm thinking that she's going to be born in the morning now, and that could be the reason why there's not a whole lot. Those sixes, though. Mercury is coming to the sixes, going to activate it. You got all of this Aquarius energy, that is with her future values. And Vesta is going to come to natal Vesta at a 26 degree, reigniting a flame with groups. Interesting. Geez, man. Let's look at Mike Feldman. Let's look at Mike. We'll look at Annie. Let's look at Mike. Where's Mike at? Mike, Savannah's husband, in the 10th. See what we can see with him. Because this 5 degree, his lunar nodes, his north node is an 8 degree. South node is an 8 degree in Libra. So we have Libra. We got the government and the warring, right? He has a 643, the dark moon, and the moon is going to come and oppose him, oppose this timing, this devouring energy with the communications. And it is about people that are talking about him, I'm sure. I'm sure. Talking mad shit about you, dude. Because I mean, we are looking. We are looking. The public just wants to know what happened to Nancy. And the first people that you look at are the people that are closest. Her inheritance money to the children. Image is probably going to be grainy, an outline of a shadow, a silhouette. That's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Let me make sure that there's nothing going on. I'm not missing anything. We're not missing anything because it's going to be in a couple of hours. In a couple of hours, there should be more that is going to be reflecting that dark moon conjunct the moon. Nope. Everybody is just looks like on standby. The media is on standby here. So nothing going on. Oh, let me get rid of that one. And yeah, so let's look at this. the weight is definitely going to come to him. So it's on Annie right now, but then the weight is coming on him when it comes to this 1404, the public eye. So look at the South Node. Okay, this is where we've been before with Michael. With Michael right here. There it is. Boom, bam. Thank you, ma'am. It's with Mike. It's with Mike. Do y'all see that? Let me show it to you again. So his Zeus, his magnetism is a 10 degree, and that he is holding the fate. He's got the fate. Do you see it? So the South Node is just sitting here where we've been before with Mike, with the Clintons, with the Obamas. And we got to wonder, does he know Epstein? The files drop, Nancy goes missing. Files drop, Nancy goes missing. This South Node is right here, hovering at 1 o'clock with the U.S. Marshals, with Tomas. This is about things of the past with Tomas. Now we are bringing Michael right here. There is something that's going to begin and end. $549. We need to find that $549. And then tonight and tomorrow, Pluto is at a 400, and Pluto is going to come to Michael. Pluto is going to come and transform him. Major transformation. Because that degree is right here, and it's about the home. It's about family. It's about loyalty. It's about real estate. It's about real estate. And where the home, whose home? Whose home? Nancy's. So that's a trip. That's a trip. Where is his Aquarius energy? He's got a 1710. So I imagine that this is a 1711 because that's the war number. It's a war number for me. A 1711 is war. It's Iran. So he's going to be born afternoon. Afternoon, he's going to be born. I'm thinking that this is where Lord and Saturn is going to end up coming to sit on him. I've already talked about that yesterday. This 1404, he's going to have a weight with the public eye. So this is going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. Because look, her missing event is surrounding a conspiracy. Does that mean she'll never be found? I don't know. A lot of the cases that I've dealt with thus far, when we get into this 26, 27 degree of Taurus, we're talking about Algol, the fixed star. We're talking about, the binary triple star system of Algol that sits there. It's a fixed star binary system. It's filled with conspiracy, and it goes back to the ancient story of Medusa. So will we see a lot of conspiracy around money, around banking, around finances, about trying to hide the exposure of this 3 million document that was just dropped by the Department of Justice? So I've got to find this 549. I'm seeing the 1245 here. That's Utah. But I don't know. I don't know. So I want to look and see if I can find that. Let me look at who else. Let me look at Annie. Let me look at Annie before I seal the deal. Hold on. Let me look at Annie. Gotta look at some of these money changers too. Like these people. Oh my gosh. Sick of trying to find Annie. also want to look at that ambassador that just came. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but to Arizona. So the day that she goes missing, we've got we got the ambassador in Arizona. So Annie. I'm thinking she's born a little bit later. This 318 is going to go to the stock market, the New York Stock Exchange. I think she's going to be born a little bit later. I'm looking for these 5s. Don't see it. So this can be tricky. The divine justice is coming to a relationship. Look at that. There is a divine justice that is going to be coming to a relationship. It's 2 people. I mean, we're looking at least 2 people, if not a group. We're definitely looking at 2 people. Annie gets shaken up with Mike Feldman. She gets shaken up with groups with him. All the Piscean energy minus Saturn. But all this Piscean energy is coming here to Mars, to her north node in Pisces. And that on the map is going north. She has a 623, so it's going to come to her. That dark moon and the moon will come to her and oppose her first with Kronos. It's about that timing, girl, and your communications. So we got a ways to go, it looks like. I mean, they may, it may not be a ways to go before an arrest is made, but it's definitely. $549, $29.40. We're coming in and see. Look, this $29.41. We have to keep into consideration. Saturn, when Saturn comes to oppose Nancy this afternoon, like straight on an opposition, a major opposition. When this comes over Nancy at a 29.41, it's also hitting Missouri. It's also hitting Israel. It's also hitting Russia. So we have to keep that in mind as this it's already an orb, meaning they're already feeling it. Nancy, Israel, Russia, we're already feeling it. They're already feeling it, guys. I know that's 717. So I want to look at some of these different states real quick. Let me look at this dude, because he's the one that came. And if there's anything going on with this afternoon, it could be with him. Let's look at him for a second, because I know that he connects to Virginia, Tennessee. Look at that. Look at that, guys. No matter what time he is born, whoop, there's a justice that's hidden. There it is. There it is. 717. There it is. Boom, bam. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. He came to Arizona. He was born in Pennsylvania. He has dual citizenship with Israel and the United States. Highly connected to California. I just wonder. His dark moon is a 525 in Gemini. Could he have that 401 that is connected to Mike Feldman that's going to be in transit tomorrow? A connection with Mike? Interesting. Interesting. He has a 0028. A 0028. No matter what time he's born, That right there, we are about to see that with Neptune and Aries. What? What? Mars in Aquarius at a 1424 has just made contact with him with this Poseidon in Libra. He has the wisdom. Nancy, she has an 1808 in her chart. And so that is the Mercury, that would be the media. That would be the media that is trying to keep anyone from talking about the president of the United States, the president of Israel. Oh, there's a justice coming over you, dude. No matter what time he is born. This is where the deep diving, if y'all want to deep dive, that's where you want to deep dive. Right there. Hmm. So let me pull this up with when she goes missing. I've already looked at it, but let me look at it again. And look, he could have this 547. I don't know what time he was born. I looked on the astrology sites and they don't have when he is born. Actually, let me get it right to that 0027. I mean 28. 0028. Let me make sure. Hold on. That's not a 27 and that he's not in transit today. Let me make sure that that's not going to move. So let's do a 12 a.m. Where is it? 028. Okay. And let's do 11:55 p.m. 0028. Okay. So it's not going to move. It's not going to move. And this 504 is constantly showing up. We could even have this at a 549. What? This is going to be opposing Alan Dershowitz if he was born at this time. Oh, this is looking pretty significant. Saturn is a 103. Tomas's Chiron in Aries could definitely be this 2717. It's either a 2717, 2718, 2719, or 20. Right there. Interesting. Because this is going to hit Israel, guys. This is hitting Israel. So today, this afternoon. So let's look at him with Nancy and see if I mean, of course, he didn't do it, but he would have had somebody do it. You know, a patsy, false flag type of thing. Oh, shit. I've got Annie. Let me pull up the missing event with him. Oh my gosh. I still got it at 9:30. Hold on. 10 o'clock. Shit. Hold on. 10 p.m. Interesting. This is why the maps work best with the information that the law enforcement has. But the information that the law enforcement has could be political, where you're not even going to get the correct information. You know what I mean? Oh shoot, damn it. Why do I keep doing that? Nancy missing. Jennifer, Nancy missing. There we are. $10:31. Because there's a lot of energy that is coming to oppose. There's so much energy that's in an opposition. The Mercury is at a 1050. I mean, a 1950. Where that's an 1826. The Venus. This is definitely with the Secret Service. Saudi Arabia. Secret Service is in transit here as well. We got a lot of Secret Service here. Saturn is at a 2839. I don't see it. I don't see it, but I mean, he could be this Mercury could be, I think it's an 1808 actually. I just don't see it with him. 2628. Now, this moon could definitely be the 2619 in Virgo. Definitely. 2312. So we've already, that would have been in opposition with his Chiron in the future. So yeah, it could have been planned. 12, 23, the 19 coming over that. 2312. No. Let me look at the marshals. Actually, let me look at this. See what he's up to. See what he's up to with the 28. The 0028 with Neptune. Neptune, let's see. Days. Where's the Neptune at? It's at a 24. That's yesterday. 26, 28. So this is, see when it actually gets there. Hold on. Because this could definitely be something else, not having anything to do with her, but I don't know. I just don't know. Here it is. We're reflecting a home. The dark moon is coming to Tomas. We're going to see that 1850 come about again. So this is going to be today. This will be today, Nashville time. And what he hides, what he's hiding. There's some money right here with the United States. The United States, we got money coming in. 956. Now, let me pull up Netanyahu. Let me pull him up. Definitely going to be some things, a lot of things are going to be talked. We're going to be talking about Elon. We're going to be talking about Bibi. We're going to be talking about China. That's what is holding a lot of darkness here in that third house. And this is going to begin February 11th tonight. I mean, tomorrow. This is actually tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, this is going to begin a 24-hour transit with Neptune. But this is the United States, Elon, China, and then it's going to bring a wake-up call. Again, China, Elon, United States, their relationship. Yeah, by now the kidnappers know they're not going to get the ransom. Now what will they do? Yeah, I wonder the same thing, Jaywood Mimi. I wonder the same thing. Okay, Nita, go fix lunch and bring it back. Thank you. You never knew astrology could help like this. Yeah. Just never know. It's about using the tool for something great, for something better, something beautiful. So I'm going to save this and be looking at this chart because wow. Wow. Let me see if there's anything going on with doesn't look like anything is going on. We're still just waiting. Still just waiting. Okay. Still just waiting for something grand to take place. So let's look at Arizona. Let's look at Arizona with the transits at 1 o'clock today. Or when was that? Yeah, 1 o'clock. Let's look at Arizona with this. The way you just said that, Jen, reminded me of that Nicki Minaj song. Well, then that's what it is. If Justin is saying that, I don't, maybe that's what JLR is also saying. Maybe that's what they're talking about. And that is the reason why we are going to see the U.S. Marshals with Venus. And the 637 is definitely going to be coming into transit with the family. The 637, because we were just looking at Michael and all of them. So that would, but how good is the picture going to be? We'll have to see. We'll have to see on that. That all that Piscean energy is in the 9th house. Mars in Aquarius. There is definitely a divine justice with the ambassador of Israel. Okay, so we definitely see that there is going to be a wake-up call that is going to come to Arizona with the investigation. It's coming. This is the investigator. Palace is the investigator. So when it comes to the 553, let's look at that. $553. That's when it's going to come to Arizona. So 553, or it should. It should come. Let's see, is that there it is. So this is okay, look. Let's check this out, okay? So tomorrow night, when dude, Israel ambassador, right? When he comes in to hold the 24-hour transit with Neptune, okay? With the communications, we are going to see a Chiron wake-up call with Arizona, and it's going to hit. This investigator is going to hit their Chiron at a 553 right there. So I want you guys to keep that in mind, because this means that whatever is hidden that we need to dissolve with this ambassador's Neptune is going to be in transit with Arizona right here. Right here. The 553. So he's hiding something. There's some things that are being hidden from the public. Interesting. Interesting, guys. Interesting. So I'm going to save that time. exactly at 12 degree. 12 degree. A 12 degree. Interesting. So let's save that. Go back to Arizona's chart and duel that out because they're both going to be in transit. Arizona and Israeli dude at the same time. And that bothers me. So whatever, if they're going to release a photo, whatever it is, Mercury is going to be coming over that ascendant in Libra. And we are going to be reflecting on the Chiron of the FBI. Yeah, and because they seized Annie's car, and now they're going to put out a look. We got some things that are coming to Arizona. Check the news real quick or JLR. Okay, hold on. My God, his chat is going crazy. Hold on. I've got to take this off to show that screen so you can hear what's being said. Let me take me off because y'all don't want to see my little thing. Here we go. Oh, thank you, Michelle.
Folks, we're going to get the new information coming.
Yes, we are. Within the hour. That's what the astrology shows, within the hour. They just released it. Okay. I'm going to check other news stations. Hold on, let's look at Pascal. See what he's saying.
At first they said, oh, they're going to release, right? But now they have released the photos of the assailant. Let's take a look at this. This is all coming from Kash Patel, FBI Director Kash Patel. Okay, so breaking news, breaking news. Get in here. We have the photos. This is from Kash Patel. He says, new images in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Over the last 8 days, the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department.
We saw this coming, didn't we? We saw it coming, guys.
Have been working closely with our private sector partners to continue to recover any images or video footage from Nancy Guthrie's home that may have been lost, corrupted, or inaccessible due to a variety of factors, including the removal of recording devices. The video was recovered from residual data located in back-end systems. Thank you, Jesus, for these back-end systems. You know, hell yeah. Working with our partners. As of this morning, law enforcement has uncovered these previously inaccessible new images showing an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance. Holy crap. And of course, they say anyone with information, please contact 1-800-CALL-FBI or visit tips.fbi.gov. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah.
Here are the photos, guys. And we are seeing them for ourselves for the very first time. And don't worry, I'm gonna save these so we can zoom in on them and take a good look at these here in a second. And thank you guys for your quick sending this to me so quickly. I really do appreciate it. But this is photo number 1. Okay. Photo number 1. We're gonna get into the other ones. I'm just saving these real quick so we can zoom into these mugs. All right. Just give me a second. This is interesting. Who could this be? Okay. So one thing is for sure. We should not even be looking at, I mean, anything's possible, right? This person could be anybody, right? I don't know. I I have a feeling that there's something about this that just doesn't feel right, but you never know.
Yeah, it
Here's
doesn't.
one thing
It
that's for
doesn't feel
sure.
right, guys.
The person had, so that's where remember I was like, what's on the ground aside from the blood? I was like, what's on the front stoop of what's on the floor, right? What's on the floor? Now we're seeing that he grabbed it, maybe because he was trying to avert the freaking ring camera. I don't know, but it's weird, right? Here's another one. And here's the fourth one. He's wearing gloves. It's definitely a man. Now the question is, hold on.
Well, it's definitely a man.
Let's go back to let's go back over here. Interesting situation here.
I mean, this is professional.
Hmm.
It's professional. I mean,
What you guys thinking? What you guys thinking so far?
well, I mean, I can't really see it that far
Give
away.
me a second, guys.
Let me see if I can find that picture. Hold on. The build is definitely a male.
Come on.
Tall. There's a contract. There would be a contract. Yeah, he's got boots on. He's got boots on.
What
He
you guys
definitely has
think?
boots on.
Pardon, guys, just making sure I'm changing the title so everybody knows what's going on. Things got weird. Yeah, I agree. Where did that go? K-Doll. This is a little strange. But I don't know. I don't know. He's got a backpack, but
Yash Patel has got problems.
remember,
The
this is
FBI's
just the front
got
door.
problems today.
There could be somebody in the at the garage, in the back door. There's no way that this guy just carried this woman, carried Nancy out of the place and just walked down the street with him, with her, over his shoulder or something like that. Clearly he took a car. But then we also hear allegedly the sheriff or someone in law enforcement said something to Anderson Cooper, allegedly saying something about his license plates being blacked out or something like that.
Yeah, we know there's two people.
This person has facial hair. That is for sure. This particular person has facial hair. So who could this person be? Right? Who is this person? Who the F is this person? I think a lot of us want to know that right now, right? This is very, very strange. Who could that be? I don't worry, we're going to come back to that. But now that we have that information, I mean,
Yeah,
this
we
this
called
person
that.
straight up
So
has.
here it
Like,
is.
this guy came prepared. I mean, this guy, look, let me just show you what I mean. He's got a beard, or at least a goat, he's got like a goatee or something of that sort. That's facial hair right there. Now, it could be fake, but at the same time, seems strange, don't you think? It is
Yep.
strange.
It is.
He's got a mustache. That's for sure. At least a mustache. Okay. But as you can see over here, he's got a beard, or at least, or at least a soul patch. He
Soul
could have
patch.
a mustache and a soul patch running around here trying to look like Don Juan DeMarco. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? It could be a fake. It could be a mask or something of that sort. Anything's
think that
possible,
we're
but
gonna
I don't
see-
know. We're going to get into some of these articles, though. I'm going to come back to this. I promise. I promise. Okay. We don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm going to try to get as much as I can.
Yeah, they aren't fake pictures.
this
Okay, so let's talk about what we were just talking about. Okay, so if we think about it like this, that picture that's just been released, this photo, we can't see them clearly. We've got to dissolve. And that's what Neptunian Pisces energy is all about. So we're not just going to see a clear photo of this guy. I'm going to try to find
Conversation.
the
In
photo
fact, let's
itself.
see.
Hold on.
Yep. They changed the article, which I do appreciate them doing that. Let's take a look at this. Okay. So terrifying masked figure in latex gloves with gun. I didn't see no gun. Where did they see a gun?
It looks like it's on his hip.
Where did they see a gun? I don't see a gun here. Oh, there it is. So he does have a gun. Oh, wow. He does have a gun. It's right down there. It's like he's got his pistol next to his pistol, if that makes any sense. And no, it looks like a right hand. It looks like it's access to his right hand. It looks like the butt of the gun is pointing to the right. So he can grab the gun from here. But that's interesting, right?
Yep.
That's strange,
Very
right?
interesting.
But once again, take a look. Give me 2 seconds. I need to actually let me
so you
leave
can
this up
enhance
so you
that.
guys
Come on,
can see
Pascal.
this. Okay, this is definitely a male. Okay. Man, this is very strange. But hold on, guys. Let me new images are out, guys. New images have been released. New images, I repeat, new images have been released of the assailant that took Nancy Guthrie. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Hold on. Ooh, let's take a look at that. Hold on, guys. ABC is covering this now. Let's take a look at this here.
Hold on.
This is nuts.
There it is.
From her home. Maybe. Hear me out. There's still a possibility that person could be a masked individual and is staging the area, right? And is masked because he doesn't want to be seen and could just be staging the area for the sake of staging the area. You never know. We don't see her getting carried out. There's no footage of her being taken out. There's no footage of her being of the tussle or the whatever was going on. We don't know any of that yet, which still is a good, strong possibility that she was taken from inside her home. But at the same time, they have not shown any of that, right? Now, here's the other thing. It does not exonerate Annie or Tommaso or anybody in the Guthrie family. I hate to say that, but I need to say that out loud. There is nothing confirmed showing proof positive of them having nothing to do with this. Okay, no proof of that so far. Okay, so we do not know what. Like, we now know there was an assailant. There was somebody at that house. The question is, were they there to take her, or to stage the space, stage the area, make it look like there was an abduction that actually happened? Those are two questions that still need to be answered, and they're still on the table. Okay, that's one thing for sure. The other part is that no one is
We're saying it's a woman. It's not a
nobody on
woman.
the
That's definitely not a woman.
potential suspect list is taken off the table. Okay, taken off the list. Nobody is off the list yet, because I'm sure some people are going to sit there and go, "This looks like Tommaso. This looks exactly like Tommaso." And I don't know. I don't know his build. I know he's a little, he's a little thick around the midsection, but it could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody wearing a full on mask, right? But let's hear what ABC has to say here on this. This is wild, y'all. Breaking news, guys. Breaking news. Please, guys, don't forget. Okay, I'm only here for a very short amount of time, so please make sure you hit that like button down below. Crush it, do what it do. Hit that subscribe button as well. Subscribe. I will be back on a little bit later on today. I promise you that. But let's take a listen to this.
Law enforcement, that they may be able to start getting more information about who this person is. They're going to be taking that picture and they're going to be putting it through every single configuration that they have of every database they have to see if there's anything.
No, that's not Tomas. Look at his eyebrows. No, it's not him. It's not him. Oh shoot! I'm sorry, guys. Y'all aren't watching anything, are you?
From
Bad.
prior leads, they kept working it just like they do on these major investigations, and they were able to come up with this evidence.
And Aaron, they're not calling this person a suspect, but the FBI director does say this person was armed.
And I don't see a specific weapon just looking in the small version of these images, Diane, but that's what the FBI director says. And in looking just at the mask and the gloves and the backpack, and my God, you think how terrified Nancy Guthrie may have been, assuming she confronted this individual in her home at about 2 o'clock in the morning after a game night and dinner with her family at her daughter Annie's house nearby. We know that the FBI has also been scrutinizing other cameras here at the house. We spotted them on the roof, looking at rooftop cameras that were part of Nancy Guthrie's home security system. So perhaps the hope is they'll be able to recover additional images in addition to the ones that appear to be from the doorbell camera, previously inaccessible to authorities for a variety of reasons, they say. But the hope is to try and build out a much larger profile of this individual. Even though they're not calling the person a suspect, it is the best images authorities and the public now have to go on, Diane.
And so many now hoping that they will lead them to Nancy Guthrie. Aaron, Brad, Richard, thank you all. And investigators are asking anyone with any information related to this case to call either one of those two tip lines on your screen. And we will have much more on ABC News Live and abcnews.com. And David will be back with the whole team from World News Tonight with more on this story later this evening. I'm Diane Macedo. Right now, we'll return to your regular programming. Have a great rest of the day.
Oh my gosh, hold on. We're skipping ahead.
Well, we have to take the director's word for it, Kira. I'm only looking on my phone, so tiny squares of images. I don't see a specific weapon, but that's what the FBI director sees in these images, along with the backpack, the gloves, and the mask. And it appears that the individual is trying to tamper with the doorbell camera. And at first, the authorities said, Kira, that these images were inaccessible to law enforcement. They've been working undoubtedly with the manufacturer, which we believe to be Nest, owned by Google, perhaps with the assistance of a warrant signed by a judge to get access to these images. And they are the first significant clue that we have seen in the last 9 days. And Kira, the other thought, simply looking at them.
Look, let's look at some of these. Let's look at some of these because these photos are definitely showing a male. He would have had, I don't know. Let's look. I'm gonna have to save that image. It would appear that he has a mustache, but what if that is not a true mustache? What if that's not truly facial hair? Definitely looks like a guy. I don't know, guys. I'm going to go back and look at those, and I think that we all should. We should definitely look at these photos and see what's up. Um, see what you think. But I've already said who is coming into transit. Who is carrying the fate right now? Who's carrying the fate? Mike Feldman is carrying the fate. This is a hiring. Again, Mike Feldman is holding the fate right now with his magnetism. As this photo is being released, let's look at the astrology. Come on, guys. Come back. Come back to what we are not seeing, what we're not hearing. What we're not seeing, what we're not hearing is the fact that let me pull up my pen again. Where's it at? Where's my pen? We're not seeing. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Oh, it's not going to work. Hold on. Hold on. What we're seeing is the fate, right? So we already knew what was to come, that there was going to be something big this afternoon by 1 o'clock Nashville time, and it would be 12 o'clock or other way around. I don't even remember what their time thing is, but yeah. Yeah, it was a strong hit from the start. From the start. Well, no, they don't say him, or I mean, it's kind of obvious it's a male. It's not a woman. The build is definitely a tall man. And they're going to dissect it. They're the Secret Service. That's the reason why we were seeing the Secret Service and the US Marshals. But there is a divine justice that has just come out with the Israeli ambassador that was just here the day that she goes missing. He comes. Mike Feldman is carrying the fate right now. He's carrying the fate. I can't not see that. So the photo gets released and he's carrying the fate. This ain't working. Dang it. It's not going to work, but he is carrying the fate. And there's going to be limits and obstacles coming over Israel today. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Mike, where you at? Let's go back up. That lighter dude, ambassador, he's showing up with Mike Feldman. This Zeus that we see right here in Virgo, it's a 10 degree. And that is exactly, we've been here before. We've been here before at the house. We've been here before. Okay. Mike Feldman. Mike, what's going on here? And Mike is going to have a weight come over him very soon. And I'm going to tell you when that's going to be. It's going to be a huge weight. 1404. Let's look at it. 1404. Let's look at the transits right now because we're gonna see what that's gonna look like. Whew. Can't make it up, guys. I just can't make it up. He's carrying the fate. Mike Feldman. Everybody is so focused on Annie and her husband, right? Now we are beginning to focus on Mike Feldman. And I'm pretty sure he and Savannah dated for like 6 or 7 years before they got married. And I think that he proposed to her and she broke up with him. There's going to be a justice. There's going to be a lot of information that's going to be coming in based on that. There's going to be a lot of media attention. But this Piscean energy, we may not be seeing some things clearly or understanding it clearly because the media is going to try to push a narrative. So this is going to be the day that he is weighted, February 26th. He's going to be weighted this day. Interesting. Interesting. Dang it, I wish that this was showing up. My pen isn't working. This 428. This 428, that's Donald Trump. Donald Trump. $27, $41, $412. The weight. $736. Okay, so the 26th is going to be a very big day. Will it go back to this case? I do believe so. I do believe so. I do. So I'm going to be studying this chart. I'm going to be trying to understand more, seeing who all is showing up, who the perpetrator could be, because we are looking in the past right here with a lot of energy. At 2448, yeah, I'm going to be looking at this very closely. Very closely. Because Mike Feldman did work. Yeah, this is going to be related to exactly to the T. February 26th, the morning of, this is it. This is it, guys. This is the day that we are going to see movement on who this is. And Trump, of course, is going to be transformed. And there's going to be a lot. It's going to come out on this day. Yeah, the president sent cash down there. Okay, Animal Mother, good to see you. Yeah, this is the wife of MF has interviews with same things she could be involved in to make her look innocent, in my opinion. The wife of MF. I don't know. Don't know. Don't know, guys. I don't know. But I can't make it up. I mean, we knew that something was going to come. And we know that something is going to come too on Thursday morning. There's going to be a transformation with Mike Feldman all day long. It's going to be a weight over him. Let me see when that actually, let me make sure that it begins at that time. But let's see. Let's see when it actually begins for him. Right there with this public image, Wednesday evening. So it's going to start Wednesday evening. It's going to start Wednesday evening. And then it's going to be in transit all day on Thursday, the 26th. And we're reflecting on that person, on that camera that was captured. Oh yeah. 25th, the evening of the 25th. I do see some things that are going to be coming down, and there's going to be issues going down with South Carolina. And I also see that Mercury is stationing. Mercury is going to be in its shadow. Mercury is stationing. Yes, we're going back. We're definitely going back to when Nancy went missing. The North Node in Pisces was at a 1031. Yes, 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 yes. Guys. Lord. We are looking at a professional. She definitely made it home. She definitely made it home. That's what they're showing that for, because she did make it home. You know, she made it home. That's why they are showing that. Her blood, all the evidence is adding up that she made it home. There's going to be ring cameras showing her going to the garage. You know, they have the evidence that they need so far. This is a big day. This is a big day on the 25th. So it's going to begin the evening of the 25th, going all into the 26th. And this is where we're going to start seeing more movement, possibly, unless we are just going to stay in this conspiracy mode and protect people. Uh-uh-uh. There's going to be a breakup with the United States. So we could be looking, we could be looking outside the country. But I'm going to be searching, looking, you know, I'm going to be doing all of my due diligence. And I'm going to be coming back. So watch for that live, because I'm going to be deep diving here the next few hours. Just going back and forth, back and forth. You know what? I'm going to tell you something here. There is going to be, so we have an ex CIA Secret Service agent that is being held in asylum in Russia. And I can see him in the transits here. And I'm just wondering if he is going to, I'm just wondering. I'm wondering. I'm trying to think of his name, because it looks like that he may be helping with this case. He's in asylum, and what's his name? God dang it. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Dang it. What's his name? Okay, I've saved this one. I'm going to save it again just in case. What's his name? He's held in asylum. And I want to say CIA. Gosh, what's his name? Edward Snowden. Snowden. He was a contractor. The NSA and the CIA, that could be why they're showing up too. Could be why they're showing up too, because Edward Snowden is showing up. Showing up. Let's pull him up. Let's pull him up. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Seth. I got it. Snowden. NSA, Secret Service, CIA, you know. Yes. And I do have, yeah. I do have it. Yeah, he was NSA, CIA. So look, Edward Snowden and Savannah. Let's go back. I'm about to blow y'all's mind. I think. I think there's something here. Where did she go? Saved so much. So Edward Snowden, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay. Hold on. So that 122 that Saturn is going to be at, I'm pretty sure it's him. Yeah, it's right here. Things of the past, the things that are hidden, and his work. I'm pretty sure he says that he's not giving any intelligence at all to Vladimir. That's what he says, but I don't know. And I'm pretty sure that he is connecting to, I was thinking that this was a 507. I know that I've seen it in some of these charts. But he is going to be, and you never hear. I mean, you don't see him. You're not going to see it in the news. You know, you see what I'm saying? You're not going to see him in the news. But there's something here with him in this case with Homeland Security because he is definitely connecting to Homeland Security. And Homeland Security is connected to Annie and Savannah. So there could be a little something something here. Trying to get information. I'm just looking. Let's see. And look at that. He's got a lot of critical degrees in his chart. I wonder if he is going to do something. Images show intruder had foreknowledge of where the cameras were. DJ was supposed to pardon Edward Snowden per Twitter. Huh. Let's look at that day because that's when a lot of weight is going to come on Mike Feldman the same day. Yeah, they did release the picture. And that's what we're talking about because this picture just so happens to come out, guys, as Mike Feldman is holding the fate of where he has been before. That south node is showing me he's been there before. And something is beginning and ending at the home. Then the pictures are released, right? So we were already seeing that. Already seeing that. So on the 25th, when this begins, when this wait begins with Mike Feldman. Let's see. The moon, of course, it's not working. Dang it. I don't know why my pen doesn't work sometimes. Sometimes it does. 2611. I'm going to figure it out. I can promise you that. 27, where's his Leo? See the Saturn at this period of time is at a 122. And it's about, that could be the pardon. This is going to go on the same day that Mike is weighed down and maybe Edward will be pardoned. I'm not really seeing that just yet. At all. 24, 22. I know that there's going to be communications going to Saudi Arabia. And we're moving forward with it. The Hygeia is definitely going to be coming to Edward Snowden on the 26th. The North Node. Oh, thank you, Orb. Let me show that. Let me show that. Hold on. Let me show that. Hold on just a second, guys. Just 1 second. I'm going to show you a little something, something here. Or just sent this to me. Let's see. I'm going to be going to Emily Baker, it looks like. Let me share my screen.
Subject is when they release this to the public. But it's okay to say we can't envelope tucked away and then the vase. We don't see that in this image, but it is a further away image, which for anyone who's been to Nancy Guthrie's house, they are going to be able, I think this is an important photo for them to be able to get a sense of height and
Yeah.
to be able to start to begin an assessment, because they will be able to assess in person how tall that archway is and be able to get a sense of height of the person attaching and then we have, where their foot is kind of close to where it transitions from gravel to the entryway to the home. And then we have a video of the masked individual walking up to the camera.
Yeah, it kind of looks like he comes
And
up and he assesses
covering
the
the
situation.
where their foot is kind of close to where it transitions from gravel to the entryway to the home. And then we have a video of the masked individual walking up to the camera. And covering the camera, no Amazon package, covering the camera while walking up. Hold on. I'm going to play this a couple times. There's no audio on this video. It looks like the bottom hand is going to the bottom of the camera. The individual looks like they are looking for something. And then grabs foliage. Okay. We're going to watch this again. I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger on the screen for y'all. So they are looking for something. I would also guess they were looking for something, but then they pick up foliage. So I'm not going to, I wonder if they're looking for something based on their actions to cover the camera while they try to take the camera off, because they're going to need two hands to take the camera off. Those things aren't easy to remove.
Yeah, it looks like Caucasian to me as well. Hard to see. Hold on, let me see if I can. Hold on, let me share this. There's no sound on this one. I don't know that wasn't drawn on. Was it drawn on or not? Was it drawn on or not? Definitely looks like a white guy to me. I don't know. See this it looks like a goatee, a mustache, or was it drawn on to make it look like they have a goatee and a mustache? It looks like this is some type of holster that would wrap around, and then there is the firearm right there. I don't know, Jeff. What do you think? It kind of looks like that there is, I don't know if that would hold ammo. Or Seth, if you're in here, does that look like that would hold possible ammo right there? And then this is wrapping around and coming around here. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I want to see him walking. Okay, so this one's not going to show it. Not going to show the walking. Dang it. A normal backpack. Okay. So just a normal backpack. All right. With padded straps. Just a normal backpack with padded straps. And a holster to carry the firearm. Okay. Well, dang it. EDB, can you send that to me? Oh, okay.
And I can't imagine trying to move it with one hand. So I wonder if they're just trying to cover it because you can't cover it off. But I just have to wonder if law enforcement has narrowed down on who they think this subject is. Okay. So the most recent video that has been updated is what we're going to look at now. This was just released. It looks like a more full video. They were able to get quite a lot of video off of this, weren't they? I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Given that it was no, there's nothing to actually, there's something.
Oh.
So using the flashlight to walk up and then head down, walking like flashlight off, head down, walking towards the door. This is where those stills came from, I think, to try to assess height. So in looking at that, we had video off of this, weren't they? Head down, walking like flashlight off, head down, walking towards the door. This is where those stills came from, I think, to try to assess height. So in looking at that, we have numerous still photos and 3 videos. However, okay. We need to take a look at something together, law nerds. All right. There's no order of these videos. We're just going to go in order they were released. This is the first photo that was released. You can see that somebody clearly has, they are saying it's armed. I am not going to try to even figure out what in the stormtrooper is happening with whatever is strapped to this person's front backpack that looks like it could be strapped across the chest. However, that could be a line on the whatever the zip up they're wearing is. I leave open both possibilities. Full face mask, dark gloves, and pants. These are all black and white images. Then we have the closer up, you can see the backpack straps, a flashlight in the mouth, and the hand holding the foliage that we see ripped out of the ground. Then we see numerous still images with the hand covering the camera, and then another one closer up with a hand covering the camera. A number of you have said some outlets are reporting that he's armed. The FBI said that in their statement that they released. The FBI's statement that we went over a few minutes ago.
Here we go. Which is Kash Patel is right here. So we've got these images here. That's one of the videos. It's interesting that the nodes of fate, the FBI was carrying the fate, and then the fate is being carried, no doubt, 110%. A Mike Feldman. A Mike. Here's another one. Well, where's the other one? Here's this one. Definitely a dude. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I was showing it to you. Sorry. Yeah, it's definitely a guy. The way that he's walking, it's a dude. To me, it doesn't appear like he is. Yeah, I don't know that those eyebrows and the facial stuff wasn't drawn on. I'm thinking that it was drawn on. Yeah. Yep. So when we're looking at this one, looking at this video, see that it looks like it's drawn on to me. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. That it just looks like it's drawn. He doesn't have big lips. They're not that big. And this could be, this could definitely be somebody that is trying to more than just mask his appearance. I don't know that wasn't drawn on. Mike Feldman is holding the fate right now. So this would have been at 2. I'm going to have to start looking at that. See, this person is assessing the situation like they are looking at the camera. Let's go back. No, he wasn't looking at the camera. What was he looking at? He's looking at something on the other side of the door. Trying to see if I can see anything like a watch or anything that's sticking out. I don't see anything. So that wasn't a bag he picked. He picked some. He picked. What did he pick up? Tommaso's not carrying the fate. Mike Feldman is carrying the fate, though. So he reaches down. Looks like he pulls up some type of plant or something that's right there, maybe. A piece of it. That's what it is. He pulls a piece of it. That's what he comes back with. That's what he comes back with. It's not a bag. Look at that. Interesting. Oh my God, look what somebody put. Oh my gosh. No way. That is hilarious. With our private sector. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so he's using the plant. Hmm. Yep, he used the plant. Interesting. Hmm. The ski mask looks like it's full of hair. It doesn't, I don't know. Like up here? Somebody said it's extremely unhelpful because we don't know the ethnicity of the person. Don't do this. So somebody else. People are saying these colors are wrong. The plant is very pale, dusty green. What they've done is just enhanced it with AI, probably. So they've just enhanced this photo with AI. So we don't know that that's a clear picture of the suspect, you know? That is somebody just put that in. A retouched, yeah. Yeah, I think that this is a like an edited AI because there's no mustache and it's making it look like he's white. And we just don't know. I mean, he does look like he's white in this, but it's hard to tell. Like, it's hard to tell. And to me, the eyebrows look drawn on, but maybe not. Maybe the mustache and all of that isn't drawn on. Maybe it is an Italian, you know? Yeah, they edit it. Yeah, they edit that with AI. So I don't know. I'm not buying it. Not buying it, guys. Please be sure and remember to hit that thumbs up as you come in. Hello, Army Vet. Good to see you. Remember to, guys, if you haven't, it helps the algorithm. Okay, so I'm still saying that, you know, Mr. Oh shoot, my pen's still not working. Dang it. I don't know why it does that to me. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. She's not going to work today anymore. Mike is carrying the fate. He's carrying the fate. So that's all I know. Mike Feldman, where he's been before, at the home, at the home. Uh, you know, that's what it's showing. The astrology is showing that. So then the 25th, I'm going to pull this up with the FBI, the 25th with the FBI. When he begins to have a weight come over him, I actually should probably pull up more, but uh, FBI, the 25th. We're 408, 732. Mercury is stationing at that 2233. And then Mercury is going to go back in retrograde. 1539, 1521. I'm not seeing the FBI with this just yet, but it's just now starting to weigh Mike Feldman down. But I think that we're going to hear a whole lot more on this day. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see if that Mercury. I wonder if that Mercury is going to come to that 2235 where they're going to receive a lead. I wonder if that Mercury is going to do anything. Let's see. Let me see if we're going to see a lead on this day with the FBI. See if Mercury is going to come to that 2235. Where's Mercury? 2227, 2232, 33. Stationing at a hard station. You see. No. No, it's not. Dang it. So it won't. I was hoping that the Mercury would station right there over that 2235 with. See, that weight is going to be, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's going to have something to do with the Epstein files. Ugh. That's what it's still looking like. Because Mike is going to be, he's probably going to be connected more so with Epstein than what we know. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm about to deep dive, guys. I'm going to deep dive this a little bit more because, again, he's holding the fate. Everybody is going to be talking about other things that are just going to be distracting. And I don't want to be distracted, I know that on Thursday, there's a lot of energy going with the FBI. Thursday and Saturday look like big days for the FBI. There's a huge weight on them with all the things that are going to be coming in, all the information that's going to be coming in. But I don't know. I'm thinking you will see TMZ in trouble. No, okay. No, I don't have the host of the TMZ guy. Nope. Nope. And I'm not looking at him. I'm looking at Mike Feldman because I'm looking at Mike because he's holding the fate as this picture is being released. Okay. So that's where I'm at with that right now, anyway. Right now, I'm going to look more into Mike's associates, his associates, who he deals with. Because he was, Al Gore, the Clintons, the Democrats. You got a big political war going on. You got the Epstein 3 million documents, the final drop. She goes missing. Israel ambassador comes to Arizona. It's just, it's all too coincidental. But this Thursday is looking like it's going to be a big day for New Mexico, and the FBI. New Mexico and the FBI. So that's where I'm at with that. Thursday and Saturday, I'm seeing FBI, New Mexico vibes. I don't know. Just have to wait and see. There's going to be Thursday evening is where I'm looking at it's whatever is happening Thursday night, I want to know. Thursday afternoon into the evening, that's where I'm going to be really focusing next. Thursday evening with the FBI. And anybody that would be in relation to New Mexico. Indeed, indeed. A lot of stuff coming out with Ghislaine Maxwell, all of this. So, and I think that it's all tying in together. But who knows? I don't know. I'm flip flopping. Don't know. How can you tell? How can I tell what? How can I tell what? Oh, Chucky Doll is saying the guy is left handed. Huh. That could be. He definitely could be. The gun is right handed gun. He could be both, left and right. My brother is. I mean, my brother is. He everything he does is left-handed. The only thing that he did that was right-handed, he could swing the bat with the left and the right. But could be both. Could be both. I don't know that the facial, I don't know if all of that is drawn in or what. I don't know. I don't know. But I appreciate everybody being here. I hope you guys have hit that thumbs up. I hope you've hit the thumbs up. But yeah, New Mexico, FBI, I'm seeing that kind of vibe right now, but who knows? Anyway, guys, we've got, the Israelis, we got a lot of stuff that's going down. And I'm just thinking that there's a little bit more. Maybe somebody did hire someone to take Nancy. Maybe there is a true kidnapping. I think that this is going to show Thursday. It's going to show more Thursday with the FBI. No doubt with the FBI. So I'm going to deep dive, guys. I've got all kinds of investigative work to do. I'm going to be going back and forth to charts, and it would just blow your mind to see me doing that. So I'm going to do that. The moon is definitely going to be here in the 4th house. So they may even, yeah. Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that there's going to be more movement on this case. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I do. Love you guys. I'm going to be, thank you so much. I appreciate you being fascinated by watching this. I'm fascinated doing it. It's a passion. And we saw it coming. I mean, we saw that there was something coming today. Something was coming out. And here it is. So all the while, Mike Feldman is holding the fate. So don't lose sight of that. I can't lose sight of that. I don't want y'all to lose sight of that. No matter what you're hearing and what you're seeing, don't lose sight that when this comes out, thank you. When this comes out, what happened? The pictures are coming out, the videos are coming out. Mike Feldman is holding the fate with his magnetism. The magnetism, we are being magnetized to him. But nobody knows it but us. We are being magnetized to him. Yes, guys, yes. Magnetism. That's Zeus. Zeus is all about magnetism. We are being magnetized to Mike Feldman. We are. We'll just have to wait and see. How is this going to play out? Who is going to take the fall? Who is going to be the patsy? Because if it is a cover up, if there is anything else that's going on here, like what we saw with Emanuela, they could have, I mean, you know, I don't know, but I'm about to deep dive, it. All right, guys, I will be back on in the morning. I've got things I've got to do tomorrow afternoon, but I will be back on in the morning. If there's anything that comes up, I'll be back on tonight, but more than likely it'll be in the morning. So hit that thumbs up if you haven't. Leave me a comment after this live. Get it going in the algorithm. Help this channel grow. I appreciate you so much. And I will be back soon. Thank you guys. Peace out.